Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Kings of Film podcast. So, as you might have noticed, our social medias have taken a bit of a change here, and we wanted to make an announcement before the start of this episode. We're really excited to be back. So, yeah, we're excited to be back here. Right now, it's just me, Eli. Reggie, currently, he is in the military, in the army, I believe. So he will not be joining us for a while, but we're going to keep on going. May his spirit be with us. But we wanted to first announce that we're changing the name from Kings of Film to Kings of Media for a wider approach. As part of the announcement is we're going to be adding new things to the channel here. So we're going to be adding things such as D&D. That's going to be one of our new segments that we add here. It's going to be a group of my friends here. So we'll have David Darley, Wesley Gregory, Gavin Gabarick, I can't pronounce his name, I'll get it right next time, and Nathan Austin. And me, myself, Eli Brown, will be playing Dungeons and Dragons. It'll be a homebrewed game in 5th edition that you'll be available to watch. And the session is called Dungeons and Dingnuts, and it's an inside joke that you'll figure out later on. But yeah, we just wanted to give you a little intro, a little new heading here. That's welcome back to Kings of Film, now Kings of Media. We're excited to be started here. We'll try to keep these episodes updated weekly, but schedules happen, so you might not get them weekly, but we will try our best to get you something. But it's gonna be a really good time. It's a good group of people, and I hope you'll enjoy it. So sorry about that announcement there. So I hope you enjoy this episode of Dungeons and Dingnuts. I don't think there's any other announcements, but if you do have any questions, don't be afraid to message us on our social media. We do have a Facebook page now. We also have our Instagram. Everything has the new logo for Kings of Media, so go ahead and message there. If you have any suggestions of things that you want us to do, like we'll still do movie and TV show reviews. We'll talk about movies that are coming out and our predictions, things like the Marvel Universe, DC Comics, things like that we'll still review. So if you have any ideas, any things, please send us a comment and we will try our best to reply to it as soon as possible. But that is it for our announcements. We're once again super glad to be back here, and we'll see you here in just a second. Enjoy the show. Oh, that was the wrong button. Sorry. Now enjoy the show.
All right, so welcome the two players that we have today.
Huzzah, mighty powers!
Huzzah! So today we're going to start off with the convenient thing of Gavin being in jail.
Yes.
Remind me of your character's name is again?
Duger.
So, Duger, you're in jail. They're going to be coming and checking to see if you're... an eyewitness guard is going to be coming to check to see if it is indeed the same boar in the next couple of minutes.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Well, I have a bag of holding.
Yes?
So, I'm going to disassemble Galti as quickly as I possibly can and put him in his bag of holding.
Just would have been a good idea to do before entering the city.
Yes, it would have been.
Alright.
I forgot that I had a bag of holding.
Mind you, I don't know that you're in jail. I left before that all happened, so I don't know you're in jail.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so you may roll roll your spellcasting attack modifier.
That dice, both of my dice are on 1s right now.
Ah, yes, excellent omens.
Add my spellcasting modifier, you said?
Mm-hmm. Like intelligence and proficiency.
Mm-hmm. That will be 17.
17, alright. You just look over and it's like, Galti, I'm sorry. And just like, immediately.
Galti, I love you, but I have to do this.
And you just go and like, you disassemble this boar faster than you think should be physically possible. And just like stuff the metal pieces in there. You manage to get it all in there in your bag of holding clothes and sitting back down it on the cot in the wall right before the guard comes around the corner with another guard. He looks at it and he's like, hey, where'd the boar go?
What do you mean? There was no boar. That's why I was upset that you brought me here. What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. Where's the boar?
I don't know what boar. Hey, you, other guard, are you his superior? I think you need to get him mentally checked. I don't think he's okay. He's talking about some boar. I don't know where this boar is, and now I'm in prison.
Roll deception.
You. Natural 20. So for a total of 19.
All right.
That's a great way to start off the session.
That's a great. All right, Dugan. Well, long story short, within 2 minutes, you are out of prison. You are out of prison with a pat on your back, 5 gold given to you for your trouble, and sent on your way.
Cool. I'm very happy about this. Like, thank you for finally letting me go. Thank you very much.
Wow.
I didn't need to involve myself in that encounter.
That was way easier than I was expecting that to be.
Yeah, no, me too. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna be here for ages. This is what happens when you roll well.
This isn't you happens when you roll well. Alright, what would you like to do now that you're out of jail?
Well, do I know where we're staying? Like what inn /
Yes.
tavern?
We'll say that Nathan's character told you before he decided to go to sleep.
Okay, very good. So, what time of day is it?
It's like 9 o'clock at night.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go to wherever we are staying. Is there a tavern / bar in this place?
Yes, it's an inn with a tavern and bar.
Okay, I'm going to go and I'm going to go to this place. I'm going to walk up to the counter. I'm going to say, do you sell chocolate milk here?
We have a little bit. There's not very much milk isn't honestly all that common out here, but we've got some. I can whip you up some for you if you would like.
I would appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, that'll be 5 copper pieces.
5 copper pieces, perfect.
All right. And as you're doing that, you hear a bar stool next to you get pulled back, and then you just hear someone sit down on it. As you turn to look at it, you don't see anything for a second until you look down and see a diminutive halfling sitting down on the little bench next to you, looking at you.
Hello, who might you be, good sir?
Hello. My name's Ophilophorus.
Ophilophorus.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Duger. It's very nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too.
Can I help you, sir?
I was just wondering if you needed any help with your boar problems.
My boar problems? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think I have a boar.
Don't worry. It's fine. I don't want to get you in trouble. I was actually over at the guard tower earlier. I saw you walk in with the boar and then walk out without the boar.
Interesting. What were you doing at guard tower?
I live next to it.
You live next to it.
Yeah, the chapel right next door.
Chapel right next door. Huh, interesting. So are you a cleric then?
Yes.
Oh, very cool. Very nice. Very nice. Which god do you worship?
I don't. In my chapel, I just invite people to come and worship any of the gods of light that they choose. But personally, I consider myself to be a follower of Eloa. But I'm very good friends with our mutual friend who lives up in the Iron Heights, the one that helped you when you got caught the first time.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I'm very, very glad to hear that.
Yeah, it wasn't that hard for me to put the pieces together, considering the big boar, the Durgar, and the fact that you got in trouble for stealing again.
I'm disguised, by the way, still. I'm not...
Oh, he doesn't say the Durgar thing, though.
Okay, I'm still disguised self.
The big boar and the stealing again.
Yes.
You really ought to get that under control again. That's not acceptable in any part of the world.
I have to test it out everywhere I go. I know
No,
not
you
here.
don't need to test it out everywhere.
Okay. Well, I know not to steal here now.
Unless you're out in the western steppes, I recommend just not stealing anywhere.
That's probably a good idea, yeah.
But also, I'm almost coming here because I wanted it on a favor for a friend.
Oh, okay. Well, how can I help?
I think you guys received some sort of note the first time you came out here, right?
Yeah, we did. I don't have it, but we did.
Yeah. I think you should check that one out a little bit more. I have a friend who is interested in you for some reason.
Interesting.
I don't really know him all that well, but he's been very kind and kind to me and made plenty of donations to our chapel here, and he wanted to make sure that you guys. He's interested in you for some reason. I don't really know why, but he says you're important.
Interesting. Okay. It was the DM question. It was Q that has the letter, right?
Yeah, you have a letter.
It was either Q.
I think it was Wesley that had the letter.
And it's Mr.
No, because
what?
I talked with Hugh about the letter because we met at the tavern,
Mm-hmm.
and he said, "Oh, I'm here about." Oh no, I said you're here about this kind of deal. And it's like, "Oh yes, the letter." So I think he has the letter, as far as my knowledge remembers.
It could be. I'm pretty sure I gave it to Wesley, but we'll find out when they come here.
Yeah, we'll see. Wesley should be joining us soon.
Fun. Well, I think one of my traveling companions is the one that has the letter. I'm not sure. It was Mr. What? Who was the other character? It was Q and
The drum club?
yeah.
Mr. Jin.
Mr. Jin. But then there was
Old Man
Other
Jin. Sorry,
character.
Old Man Jin.
Burning Whisper.
Miss Burning Whisper.
Burning Whisper. Okay, Mr. I believe one either Mr. Q or Mr. Burning Whisper has the letter, but we'll talk to them once they get back here. I don't know where they are right now.
Yeah. And just so you know, I talked with the guards a little bit about it. The board thing is taken care of. No one will bother him and Galti anymore around here. But don't steal anymore.
I won't. Thank you.
And don't forget, if you are a follower of Tyr, that is one of the things that he forbids to all of his followers anyway. Do try to follow him a little bit better. It does help a lot. And with that, Ophelofus is going to stand up, and is going to stand up with some food that just appeared in front of him. We have no idea where it came from. And then he's just going to go walk out the door.
And the food is still there?
He brought it with him.
Okay, good. Because I was going to not eat it, because that would be stealing.
You gotta learn the difference between stealing and taking donations.
What was your character's name again?
Duger. I have like 3 names though.
Alright, so, Flynn. Recap, you just barely watched Old Man Jin die.
I watched him die
A kind of scary death.
and he left me a ring of sending.
Yeah, a brass ring of sending with a dragon's head and 1 wing.
Yep.
So I'm.
What just happened? Finn, what the heck just happened? I don't understand. I just wanted answers. I have more questions than I have answers.
Okay. I'm gonna try to do the responsible thing and try to search for guards. Like, guards! Someone, come help! This man just died in front of me. I think he was possessed by demon.
Alright, you go and you go find a guard and sit and go through that. Can you roll a persuasion check for me?
Persuasion,
This is not a common check for me to roll, but
Oh, natural one.
alright, friend, alright. Alright, could you please here, where do you live, friend? I think you might have had a couple too many pints tonight.
I do drink, but I didn't drink tonight. Okay? Where do I don't know where I live.
You're just a visitor here, you don't actually
Yeah. I'm just visiting right now. I'm kind of staying at the inn. But I swear, Mr. Jin, he drank too much, and then he started speaking in a weird tone. And
Old
then
Man Jin always drinks too much. It's
Well,
not good for his drinking friends to listen to any of his stories.
Well, yes, but then his
He
eyes
claims-
turned black.
He claims to be possessed by demons at least once a month.
But this was real this time. His eyes turned black, and he started speaking in a weird prophecy-esque way. Like, that doesn't just happen.
Alright, here, come on, friend. And he's gonna start trying to steer you away.
Like, try to shove his hands. Like, no, he's this way.
You gotta believe me. Come on.
Alright, friend, you think you can find your own way home then? I gotta finish my patrol.
Cards, you don't do any good. Fine, I will make my own way home. I'm just gonna be very upset. This is all myself.
Now there's just a body laying in some alleyway.
Got 20, natural one.
We'd
had both.
Nothing can go
Nothing
wrong.
else.
So I'm just like, you know, have this like debate, like, Finn, we can't just leave him there to decay in the alley. I mean, someone's gonna find it. We're gonna ask questions. They're gonna go bring it back to me, and the guy's gonna think that I did it. But what do you think? This is why I don't ask him any questions. I'm just gonna try to go back to the alley and just pick up Mr. Ginn and walk with him as if he still is drunk. Just kind of like carry. I'm gonna try to do the bird treatment. Just like carry him the bird treatment. Just gonna take his body, wrap it around me, and just like, come on, let's go, friend, as if he still is alive, and try to get him. I don't know. I'll try to get him to like a chapel.
All right, so you pick him up, with his nice, cold, clammy, dead skin just like draped up against you, just like walking with this big old dead body. Finn goes and starts rifling through his pockets.
Finn, not right now. After we drop him off, okay? Then you can take his money.
Finn like goes and like jumps up over, does a backflip, and like holds up a shiny thing. See, he's stolen the buckle from his belt. His pants, the old man, the dead man's pants start sliding down a little bit, and just like, just as you're just trying to bring him off to a chapel. Could you give me a charisma saving throw, please?
A charisma saving throw?
Saving throw 12.
12. All right. As you're walking, you just like, his skin seems to get even colder, like, just like, slowly seems to get colder and colder.
I don't like that it's getting colder. Do I like perceive, or do I notice that like if the air has gotten colder, like to see if his body temperature matches like the air?
The air is the same, but his body should not have cooled to the air temperature yet, and it feels colder than air temperature.
Okay.
Could you give me another charisma saving throw?
It's charisma. 11. It's going down.
All right, thank you. Carry on.
I'm just gonna. All right, I don't like the icy feeling. I'm gonna just like swing him off of me, put his body kind of laying down there. Just kind of like try to inspect. I'm just gonna like drop him down and pace back and forth. I'm just gonna like put him on the ground and just pace and like start like.
What's your passive perception?
It is 12.
12. All right.
To the average.
All right. As soon as you let go of him, you realize that you've started shivering, but you feel normal now.
It's just like, been in worse conditions before. Okay. This body got the cold air. Probably has to do something with them. I'm just gonna like start rambling. So, okay. I would like to try and make either.
What do you want to do?
I want to make an Arcana check to see if it's magic.
Go ahead.
My character, though, I don't know about that, so he's just going to try to make any kind of check, whether it's medicine or Arcana, like magic.
Alright, you can make an Arcana check.
13 plus 6. So 19.
19? Alright, so you're looking over it, and you swear you see little tiny wisps of black coming from his body. And as you get close to it, little black wisps seem to float over towards your fingers.
Just going no.
Give me one more charisma saving throw.
One guard thing with the other guard going crazy.
6.
Then I talked with the little hobbit.
What's the highest level spell slot you have available?
Knew kind of who I
level
was and knew
You lose
the
one.
guy from my past. My friend said he wanted to talk to the party about the job that we were given. Because they're interested in us.
Okay.
So we're not fighting. We're not fighting or
No,
anything.
I'm just dealing with bad
He
things.
tried to move open Jin after
And
he
you, like,
died.
as you're looking at it, you just like
God, this is
suddenly
happening.
feel power leave you.
There's some psychic magic kind of going on with this.
Something, yeah.
It's like, I
It
don't
always happens, Jay. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't like this a
There's always
lot.
something
just gonna like
Psychological.
take a few paces,
Emotional.
go like
Go half
30
as-
feet away, just to try to like
How unlucky.
space myself and try to
Because there's never any
feel around the area. Also, Mr. DM, may I be gifted one additional spell in my spell book?
What spell?
I'm at the top.
Detect
What did
magic.
you leave off last time?
Okay, I'll add that to my spell book because I feel like that is one that I.
Either in town square.
I
or
was
we're
that.
up in
That's
that
one
little guy.
nice one.
That is nice.
Yeah.
All right. So
Hold on.
yes,
Where did we leave off last session?
you in jail.
I
Yeah.
jailed.
Me up in the sky planet or sky rock.
I
Not
think we
yet.
were sleeping. What we were gonna spend the night and then go to the skyport.
Okay, we went back down. So
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're probably in the same place that Gavin is.
Yeah.
All right. So, is there anything you would like to do now?
How far away is the chapel?
Not too far, a couple of blocks.
It's just me. Or is this you?
That's mine. I'm gonna just
Oh, that's you.
Finn. I'm asking a big favor of you. I need you to stay here with Mr. Ginn, okay? And just if anyone comes by and asks any questions, I need you just to go rabid. I just need you to like stay 30 feet away from him. But if anyone goes close to him, I need you to scare them away. I need you to do your best rabid monkey impression, okay, for me? There we go.
The
Good
monkey
boy.
was the murderer.
I'm just gonna leave him. I'm just gonna
3
dash off to the chapel because I don't want to leave Finn alone for long.
All right. You dash off to the chapel. So, Gavin, as you're just sitting drinking the chocolate milk that the bartender just brought to you, you see our friend Flynn dash down the street past y'all. Dash down the street in the direction that you just came from.
Oh no. My short little dwarf body will hop down from this bar stool, and I will start to try and kind of go after him. Like, I know this man.
Wesley, if you would like, you can be there also.
Perfect. I see this little man just take off running, and I go to see what's kind of going on.
All right, you two, all three of you are now sprinting down the street. Two of you having no clue why you're sprinting down the street. One of you falling behind.
Hold on.
Huh? He's gonna slow down my pace. He's like, what are you guys doing?
I was at the tavern and I saw you run by. I do have to say you're acting a little suspicious, but that's okay. We're all running together now. It's less suspicious.
No, that's a little more suspicious. That's
This
besides
is-
the point.
This is where I catch him. We're like, why are we running?
And just at this point, I'm like at a jog. It's like, well, Mr. Ginn died. What?
What?
It wasn't my fault. I promise. I didn't
Was it
do
the
anything.
monkey's fault?
No, don't you dare put this on Finn. He did nothing.
I'll kill that monkey.
You touch him, I kill you. Three
First my
different ways.
coin, and now your monkey.
Look, he loves the gold coin, but he doesn't love dead bodies.
All I know is I have a very good
Except for the one
alibi.
time.
Oh.
There's the one. I didn't understand that one. I think
I am now the DM and curious.
There's the one time.
My curiosity.
But that's besides the point.
Not too good.
I'm going to watch your monkey for now. And my purse.
No, Mr. Ginn, he died. There was some strange magical effect that happened. His eyes rolled back and turned black, and he started speaking in strange prophecy-like way. Didn't really make sense, and he just died. I tried taking his body to the temple, but it started getting colder, and then it drained me. It just took. I don't know how to describe it, but I'm just trying to get to the chapel before something bad happens. I didn't want his body around me anymore because I didn't know what would happen if I stayed longer, but I'm just trying to get to the chapel.
That's a
Would you ever recognize maybe the description of the magic?
Roll a Arcana check.
I know nothing about magic.
19?
You've never heard of anything like this happening ever before.
Oh no.
My specialty is artificing.
That moment when you roll a 19 and get nothing.
Plot, my favorite.
All right, you arrive at the chapel.
It's like, hello?
as you pound on the door at the middle of the night, just like the door opens seemingly by nothing, and then you look down and see like the shortest halfling you've ever seen, in like a long floppy nightcap that almost goes down to the ground with the way he's
Do I
wearing it.
recognize this?
Yes, you do indeed. This is Ophilophorus.
Oh, hi again, Ophilophorus. We have a bit of a situation.
I am not surprised you know this, man. Or halfling.
She's like, I'm sorry to wake you up at this time, but I didn't know who else to go to about weird demonic things. There's a person died, and they're leaking some strange, I would say necromantic magic, but I'm not entirely sure. But it definitely seems evil at the most.
How long has he been dead?
Not very long. Like, maybe less than an hour?
Too long. I'll come check it out, see if there's any demonic stuff. I can't bring him back anymore, though.
I mean,
I like the old man Jin. You the monkey.
I don't
and everything.
Do the rest of that, old mention.
you did.
I was in jail.
Alright, here, show. Bring me, fast. Fast, no time to change.
Just, yeah,
And,
go off in the direction.
And as soon as you start moving, he's like, wait. Someone please pick me up, I can't run fast enough.
You're strong, right?
I will, kind of. I will pick him up and.
I pick him up and put him on his shoulders.
Alright.
like a child.
Smack some water behind you.
Big, medium, tiny.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, so you start sprinting back, and by the time you get back, Old Man Jin's body appears to be half disintegrated into black smoke.
Sheesh.
What's going on here?
Wow.
I did not know it would be this bad.
It wasn't this bad when I first left him.
What did he buy with that silver piece, man?
What kind of alcohol did he drink? I kind of want some.
I kind of want to try it too. I don't drink, but this looks interesting.
I was like, you see?
Yeah, this is scary.
What monkey magic did you do to this poor man?
There is no monkey magic. Finn is innocent in this. You just
I'm
see
a lot
Finn
more
just...
confused because because I don't feel anything over there.
I look at your monkey with just my
So
sword
it's
constantly
not
pointing at him.
demonic or
I'm gonna pull my sword and just bat it down.
I don't feel anything in from the monkey either.
I still just kind of like gesture it, just like kind of, it's always ready. Just
I mean, I can't be certain about that, but I can
Right.
check a little
When
closer.
it goes
So,
an inch closer.
Ophilophorus,
walk over with.
Ophilophorus starts
monkey
walking
boy.
over, like kneels down by the body and like puts out a hesitant hand, and immediately black smoke starts reaching up and wraps around his arm, and he starts seizing.
I'm gonna pull him away.
Make an intelligence saving throw.
Wait, who's seizing?
Ophilophorus.
Ophilophorus cannot die. There's nothing I can do.
13?
Eli starts seizing at the same time.
Can I cast Mending and see if that'll do anything?
Mending takes a minute to cast.
Oh, fetch me.
It's so long.
I am going to take out my hammer and I'm just going to try and like golf ball Jin's body away from the two of them.
First, make an attack roll with
Okay.
advantage because you're against a prone target.
Oh no, what is that? Natural 20.
That's a critical hit. Roll 2d8 damage,
Okay.
please.
Where did he go? To the wall.
Boom!
That's like 12 damage.
Did you add your strength modifier?
Plus my strength modifier is 14.
So take
Actually,
4.
that was
With the
13.
That was 13, so 15.
So
yeah.
take 15 bludgeoning damage. Or make an intelligence saving throw, please.
Wait, who's it
Wait.
again?
I was doing it again.
Oh, Gin. Okay, make an intelligence saving throw, please.
That's
I was like,
I was trying to avoid the natural 1
You make
for a
contact.
total of 7.
All right, all your magic spell slots immediately drain.
I didn't have any anyway.
You didn't have any available. You used them all.
I used them all because I used
Okay.
Long Strider, Disguise Self, and.
All right, in that case, give me a second.
oh no.
Can I roll too?
I used Disguise Self twice. That's what it was.
Take 11 necrotic damage, please.
Fuck.
And you start seizing as well.
I look I look at Mr. Jin, and I just look at him with sadness. I'm like, you drink too much, and I try to kind of grab him and pull him away.
All right, you grab him and you pick him up.
Oh. And I kind of just drag him
You
away.
two immediately stop seizing.
I'm just like, don't touch his body!
I'm like, just touch
God,
mine.
listen, I don't want any of that alcohol anymore.
I'm just gonna like get that body away from us.
I kind of feel around for my silver coin.
It's not there.
Oh, what did you drink, man? That's some killer stuff. And I just kind of set him back down against the wall.
I'm going to put like 10 feet in between me and Jim. I'm not getting any close. How's Ophilophus, by the way? 'Cause
Ophilophus is unconscious.
I'm going to pull him away. I don't have any healing spells.
I look at Jin. I'm just like, Jin, are you still in there?
He appears to be very dead.
Our cleric's gone right now.
Because many people are
I would have helped anyways, dude. You just started season 2.
Yeah, but still.
I look at you two.
I'm going to just like.
No big stuff.
Stop in.
I'm going to see if he's like breathing. Check his vitals.
Ophilophus or
Yes, Ophilophus.
he is breathing.
Okay, he's breathing good.
I look back at you two. I'm like, what just happened?
Don't ask me. All I know is about making things, not magic.
Magic's not my thing either. It's that guy's with the monkey and you create crap. And then
Yeah, did I notice that it's like was very like magical in the Caesar sense?
You are busy seizing to think. Too busy seizing to think about that. Sort of
Fair.
thing.
Fair enough.
Whoosh. Whoosh. Yep. Yep.
I was like, that was the worst feeling I've had in my life. I don't want that again. Please take his body somewhere far away from us.
Like where?
I don't know. It's already decaying. Throw it in the ocean. I don't know.
That's disrespectful, bro.
I know, but where else are we gonna put
You
his body?
disrespect the body. The gods would disrespect you, bro. That's how it works.
I don't do well with the gods, really, so I don't.
But you use magic.
Well, my magic is stuff that I've learned, not something that I was given
I'm not
from the
going to
gods.
lie. I don't think Tyr would be very happy about it.
T?
What?
Who?
Tyr?
Who's Tyr?
He's one of the gods.
He's a god that I worship. And I'm pretty sure that he would be happy to be dumped his body in the ocean.
Well, you guys are going to hell. I pick him up and put him on my shoulder. I start walking to the edge of town to bury him.
All right. As you start walking, and as you're going, there's like his body's disintegrating more and more. By the time you get to the edge of town, there isn't a whole lot left.
I just stand there and not acknowledge that it's just gone and just kind of cry a little bit. And then just put my arm down and turn back and start walking back.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah. Also, as you're walking, like the black mist, like that comes off of him, it seems to try to like swirl around you, like try to get a hold on you, but every time it does, it just kind of like it doesn't seem to ever like quite connect.
do these two see it as I walk up to him?
The
smoke's trying to
swirling around.
touch me and stuff like
The
that.
smoke seems to be attracted to anything living,
Okay.
Stay away from
and they stay very far. And
Staying
like,
very
they're staying
far.
very far away. So like the smoke still seems to like try to bend toward them, but always dissipates before.
If I get hit one more time, I don't know what's going to happen.
That feeling. I don't want to.
Oh, by the way, if you have another second level spell slot, you lose it. Otherwise, you lose one first level spell slot.
Oh, my second level spells are gone. That would have been really great to have right now.
All right. So, what would you like to do now?
It's like still nighttime, right?
Yeah, it's like middle of the night now.
I'm taking a long rest.
All right. Everyone down to take a long rest.
Oh, I got to take Ophilophus bag. I'm going to drop him. Not drop him, but I'm going to put him on the steps and be like, I'm not going to go in without your permission.
But you're going to look like a drunk person out here. I'm sorry. And then I will leave. And
Honestly,
we'll take a
this is
long
the
rest.
sort of irregular thing Ophilophus probably wouldn't even get questioned for doing.
I watch him kind of walk past me, and then I kind of walk up and loot Wolf.
Alright, roll investigation.
Investigation +0.
Or perception, you can choose which one.
Perception +0. I got a 15.
Alright, cool. As you're digging through his pockets, he is unfortunately in his night clothes, so he doesn't have very much, but he does seem to have a little holy symbol on him.
Ooh, I take it.
Look who's that. Look
Honor
who's
among
accusing
thieves.
them of going to hell. he's robbing a priest.
Guess who's going to get blamed for that? Me!
Quite likely, yes.
Ophilophus knows who I am!
You can
Exactly.
put the snacks up here.
That actually is a great idea.
No, the snacks. You can put them right up here.
Alright,
Then I would try back.
you all take a long rest and wake up with your magic restored and HP full.
I like having them around here.
Okay. Fun. No, I'm not almost dead.
Now look at the holy symbol. Do I recognize what faith it's from?
Yeah, the symbol is of a pair of angelic wings behind a ruby. Though it looks like it's not an actual ruby in this case, it's just like red colored glass.
Okay.
It's the symbol of the goddess Eloa, the neutral good god.
Eloa? Okay.
The neutral good goddess of growth, life, and healing.
Sweet.
Stolen.
Good
My
fortune.
disguise
come
self
around
is
me.
worn off.
Huh?
My disguise self is worn off. I'm just going to kind of pull up a hood so I can hide kind of my skin tone a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
What time would you skin?
I'm with the weregar.
What did I mean?
It means it's like
These are
dark gray.
Oh.
Like black and white.
And people don't really like weregar, so I try not to give away that I am one.
Good thing I don't see color.
Yeah, neither does he in the dark.
Right on.
At dark vision.
Must do.
Alright, so
dark vision.
Oh, okay. I wake up. I remember it's time. Go to the rock.
mm-hmm.
I try to find these two. Because we're not in the same room, are we?
Nope.
Alright.
I'm already downstairs.
I'm assuming that I probably
Having a
stayed at the
very
same
hard
inn, if not a
breakfast.
similar one.
Mhm. Alright, so you all meet up in the morning.
Are you boys ready?
Better than yesterday.
You corrupt guide and friend?
Look, I was just testing you
Are
last
you a
time.
friend?
Pass me the popcorn.
Absolutely. You can keep it if you want.
I promise to be honest from here. I was just testing you to see if you really are trustworthy. I give you my word.
I look at him and I kind of roll perception.
Go ahead.
Perception or insight?
Inside. Okay.
Insight.
One.
I got one.
Alright. Well,
I
you're
give you
fairly
my
certain
word.
he's lying. I don't know if he is or isn't, but you're fairly certain he's lying.
We will see.
I will also overnight have reconstructed Galti.
Mm-hmm.
You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Lead the way.
I'll leave. I'm just gonna go towards the skyport, or not the skyport, towards where the rock is. So it's up on the second level, right?
Yeah, the Rocky's the skyport.
Okay. Yeah. So then I'll just start heading up that way, leading them. Just kind of keeping my eye out for just about anything that could be strange. After last night's encounter, try to keep my eye open towards any similar effects.
Alright, you're walking and you don't see anything out of the ordinary. As you're going, it seems like to be a perfectly normal day. You make it to the skyport without incident.
Very nice. Do we know what we're looking for here?
Well, last I remember, Mr. Gideon said that we're looking for a, remind me, pure black blade?
Yes, it's a. It looks like rock metal, but it's black.
Yeah.
It's not stained. It's
It's pure.
pure.
It matches the legends. Yeah. I might have to try to make connections here, actually.
Did you burn those connections too?
No, I'm kind of new in town here, so I don't know anyone really to make a call. I could maybe. This is Skyport, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to go towards the docks, talk with some other captains and people to see if they can lead. Kind of try to use that sailor connection to try to see if they know where to go, can point me in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Mr. Burning Whisper, do you have that letter?
So, as you're going around and talking to people,
The letter.
Oh, the
sailors
lecture.
are indeed a superstitious lot.
Can I take a look
There's a
at it?
lot of them. Several, like you talk with a lot of people. Most people, yes.
I forgot. When I show the letter that has the black sword on it, can they see it?
Yeah, they can see the
Black sword.
black sword on it.
I'm looking at the letter right now, by the way. Like, looking at it very closely, like, into the light.
Absolutely.
All right, yeah. Like you hold it up to the sun, looking at it, like do all this stuff. You're looking at it, and last time you were able to like it looked like there was more writing on it that you could not read. Like there's just like places where it looks like it's been written on like by little wrinkles, but you can't read any of it. Like holding up to the light, investigating, like you haven't seen, like you haven't found anything yet. Well, could you do an investigation check for me?
An investigation check.
What do you investigate? Let's go.
That's a natural 19 plus 4, so that's a 23.
All right, you're investigating it, and out of pure luck, you accidentally fumble and yank really hard on the paper. Not that you should have torn it in half, but it does not tear.
Oh. I walk, because I see this happen.
Means it has magic.
I walk over and I touch it, take it back, and like,
It feels like
I think-
perfectly normal parchment.
I think that's enough for you. Just kind of close it up.
Do you have any magical abilities?
No.
Can I actually see that again really quickly? I promise I won't break it. It's not able to be broken.
Okay.
I'm going to take this paper and I'm going to pump some magic into it a little bit. Just ever so slightly, put like a little bit of magic into it.
Mm-hmm.
Like a cantrip level or like a
Like
first level?
cantrip level, yeah.
Like you just start pumping a tiny bit of magic into it, just like you take out some little wires from one of your device and like just touch it to at the corner, and there's like immediately a circuit starts. Like this thing does contain magic.
This is a magical item. I'm not quite sure how to activate it or what it does, but there is magic within it. So, here you can have it back.
Hey. You gotta make sure that I have.
All right, so
There's
if you
one
like, as you're talking with various different sailors, some of them have heard this legend before, and you hear, and most of them have some sort of answer about where the legend came from, like where it was located. But the problem is, not one of the reports is consistent. It all like you hear some people say that they saw it in Austral, some people that they found it in an underwater island in Oceania. I mean, not Oceania, in Profunda. Another person says that it's hidden inside the belly of a gigantic shark monster inside of Oceania. Like, there's tons and tons of different stories, but none of them are consistent.
None are consistent. None don't really like overlap in any kind of sense that could help.
I mean, there's some overlap. Some people say that like it can only be found when it wants to be found. Some people also it also consistently is found inside of one of the 5 circles instead of out in the wandering straits. I mean, the shifting straits. It's never out just like in the middle of nowhere. It's always in like nearby population centers. But beyond that.
And then, were we given any directions of where we need to go? Because we needed to come here, but did they give us any directions of like, go to this cave or go here, there?
From who? Get instructions from who?
Mr. Ginn, about finding the rock, or the sword.
Oh, no.
No,
Mr.
you-
Ginn didn't really say all that much about the sword to you.
Okay.
Wasn't there something specific about like a ship that was ours or something for a little while?
You were given enough money to hire out a ship and crew
He
to
was
be there.
and we don't know that. He does.
Oh, okay.
He has a letter that says all that stuff.
I have a bunch of information.
Bet you do. Mr. Silver Stealer.
That is Finn, and we're working on it.
You better.
We'll come in handy one of these days, I promise you.
Do you relay this information that you have
Yeah.
gathered to us?
Okay. A lot of information of just like, so I've talked with some people. and it's not really helpful. They've told me the different stories. They told me where it could be. It could be in the belly of a beast. It could be in a cave. It can show up when it wants to. None of it's consistent.
Do you have a map of this whole sky area by chance?
Not.
There are some very rough maps that you could probably look at, but it's very, very difficult to map the dragon sea in any consistent way.
I mean, I could try, but it needs to be updated.
Just let me see one, okay?
Just gonna.
I'm pretty lucky sometimes.
Considering the fact that the islands move, they're not in a single position, so making maps is difficult. Some of them have patterns, but a lot of them have, if they do have patterns, have not been figured out.
So, the Dragon Sea is constantly changing, right?
Yeah, shifting, changing, moving all the time.
You think the sword does the same thing?
It's possible that it could do that.
Because you were saying that it's found in a bunch of different locations and it only shows up when it wants to show up. So it might very well be only certain people or very specific situation can cause it to be able to be found.
That would make sense.
Was there any sort of connecting things where they did something and then, like, they were led to it or like had an idea?
Oh, Eli, also, another one of the consistent things about the legends, it always says that the sword was locked away very intentionally with the intention of never being retrieved.
I relay that also to them.
The reasons for that are varying. Some of them say because it caused all sorts of problems. Some people say it was because it was a treasured part of the dragon's hoard and it didn't want anyone to ever get it after itself. Some people say that it can only be wielded by its chosen wielder and that person died. Like, lots of different reasons given.
I don't relay the dying part. I'll leave that part out.
Nice. I would have listened anyway.
Interesting.
So different stories, but you make sense. It's showing in different places because the Dragon Sea does move. But it could make sense that it moves along with it. Maybe it has a certain pattern that it follows. The Dragon Sea, everything has to have logic, has to have pattern. So
Is there like a center to all of this at all?
there's a center, but the center is very dangerous. It shifts and moves the most, but it stays roughly in its own area. But it's deadly, honestly.
Probably where we should go then.
I know you're not around, or you're not from around here.
Okay.
You don't want to go there.
What's there?
Exactly.
Ancient sea dragons.
Dragons, big ones, ones that cause a lot of war and a lot of havoc.
I've been needing new inspiration.
That's also where the dragon eggs tend to appear. The closer you get to the center, the more likely you are to find a dragon egg.
That just makes sense. That the sword would be there. Because it's surrounded by the dragons.
I mean,
That's pretty good evidence if I...
You seem to know a lot about the sword for some reason. You seemed very particularly interested in it.
Yeah.
well, your man of metal is off. Is he normally this quiet?
Yes.
He is normally very quiet, yes. He does not speak much.
Fair enough.
Sometimes, despite his size, I forget he's there.
He looks down at you menacingly.
It was a joke.
I found it very funny.
I'm glad to hear that. Where pisses his pants.
Just like, well, we can try your guess. We can try heading that side, see if we can go any. It takes us anywhere. We're gonna
Lead the way.
You would like that, wouldn't you?
I would.
I'll go ahead and get a ship then. Try to get anyone to sail us to the center of the Dragon Sea.
Alright, so Eli, you go off to do the hardest bit of recruiting you've ever done in your life.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Just like, I know it's a heavy task.
So, you meet with some captains that you've worked with in the past, and every single one of your old friends flatly refuses to bring their crew to the center of the Dragon Sea.
Wait, you don't have to take us to the center?
Nope.
Look, you can just like take us to the border of it, and then we'll take one of the smaller boats off, and we'll take the rest of the way there. And if we find, if we find anything that is valuable, I will bring it to you.
I can't risk my crew going even close to the center of the shifting
You don't
straits.
have to risk your crew.
Do you have any idea how many pirates there are out there?
There are a lot. I know a few.
The
Yeah.
pirates aren't even the worst part. Do you know how likely your odds are of getting attacked by one of EFL's dragons when you head out there?
They're extremely high.
It goes up by an enormous amount. I cannot put my crew at risk.
Are we next to him while this is all going on?
I would have done it far away from them.
He probably is going to be doing a lot of these conversations. You have that form of sort of conversation about a good 25 times before you finally find a crew. Until you go and you're looking and you're talking to people and trying to hire it, and you're just depressed, like you're sitting down, halfway giving up.
Finn, why does no one like us?
And then a burly sailor comes and sits down in front of you. You look at him. You look and you see like a half orc, very rough looking sailor looking at them.
Fjord.
I'm Proth.
Broth?
Proth.
Broth. You roll it.
Proth.
Broth.
I heard you're looking for a ship to the center.
I am. Are you gonna make fun of me as well? Because I really can't do that today.
My captain accepts your hire request. He stands up and starts walking away.
Guys, we have a ship! We got a ship, guys!
As he goes over to the edge, he looks over his shoulder. And he says, Captain Sylph is waiting to talk with you. She's over. She'll find you at the big docks. And he like hobbles out. Also, as you look, you see that he has a missing arm and a missing leg. They've been replaced by wooden prosthetics.
Trauma sinks.
What a handyman.
It sinks.
I wonder if he needs new prosthetics. I haven't been able to work on prosthetics before.
Maybe
we can make a trade.
You just kind of like looking at that, like, when you said that, then just looks at the prosthetics and just kind of slows down and is in his own mind there, just keeps going.
I kind of push you forward. I'm like, stop slowing down, dude.
Sorry, just.
Alright,
Just
meanwhile,
excited.
while he's talking to a bunch of people, what do you want to do?
Um,
You still haven't figured out the secrets of your letter, then.
what have I seen walking through this town or this fort?
You see a lot of different sailors of various types. You see the Dragonborn are more common than you would have expected here. You haven't seen this many Dragonborn almost anywhere you've been.
The culture shock.
Later, right?
And then beyond that, you see a lot of Feytouch,
What's
the more animalistic races like Minotaur, Merfolk. Yeah, the furries.
Fairy fire. I must cleanse.
You know,
Alright.
we're on crusades.
But yeah, you see a bunch of different people, like lots and lots of variety of like races and backgrounds, but most of them like they have the same general like clothing most of the time.
Yeah. Was there anything that kind of piqued my interest walking through the town, or anyone that looked interesting?
Not that you don't see anything like of particular note, but the thing that does definitely draw your interest are the ships.
Ooh.
They are works of art that you've never seen before. Like they
wow.
are like they're the big ones, the small ones. All of them are unique, and they seem to use interesting, various different methods of transporting it from one place to another. You see one that appears to literally just be pulled by a bunch of dragon-like creatures through the air. Another one that has like enormous fans on the back. You see a lot of people with very different ingenious ways to get the ships to stay in the air and move while in the air.
Ooh. I'm just spellbound, staring at everything. Oh.
That's the main thing you notice as you're looking through here.
Okay.
But everything's new to you.
Just Captain Sylvia?
Sylph.
Captain Sylph. Sylph. I'm Flynn. I'm grateful for your offer to sail us to the center of the seas.
Yeah. So when you get go over to the ship that Proth indicated to it, Proth walks onto the ship and you see in the center of you see a couple of different figures on it. And at the end of the deck by the helm, there are 2 figures. One is even taller than Proth, a huge golden dragonborn, and another one is like a significantly more slight air genasi. As you go over to speak to the captain, the dragonborn turns and starts walking away, and then the tiny person turns and starts looking, and he's like, "For sure, I heard that you guys are going to one of the most dangerous areas, and I am definitely interested in seeing how much you're willing to pay for such a trip."
Well, how much would you like? Let's start there. Let's set a price. How much gold do I have?
You have 500 gold, which is a pretty which is enough to rent a ship for like a very reasonable amount of time for most trips. Like it'd pay for the salary of the entire crew for like an extended merchant voyage. It'll pay for about a week of extreme risk.
Yay! I have about 500 gold that I can give. I know this is dangerous, and I know that your crew may not agree with it, but we really need to get there. I would really rather have to keep it a secret. Discretion?
That's fine with me. So, what are you planning on going to the most dangerous place of this section of the world for?
Well,
Don't throw me in there.
we really don't. I was hired to help some people get and find certain things, people, stuff.
Gotcha, treasure hunt then.
Yes, treasure hunt. You know how.
All right, absolutely. I require one last piece of payment for this. I want to have 1/3 of all treasure found to share with my crew.
What do you think about that?
Oh.
Am I here at this point? Like, is
Yeah, you're there. Oh, we're there.
There's only one thing that we need. You can have the rest of it.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, done deal.
I just jumped ahead. Thank you, man.
Of course.
Thank you.
And this is one of the only places I haven't been able to get to convince anyone to go with me somewhere. So I'll take your money, and I'll get to go to the next place. To this place.
All right.
Thank you.
Wait, where are you going?
I'm going to. I've tried to explore as many places as possible. I personally am also started as a treasure seeker myself. Since then, I've gotten a bit more of a crew. It's a little bit harder to get places to get to wherever I want now, but it'll take me take me a little bit to convince my crew to get to go to such a dangerous area. But I'm sure that such a lucrative reward will be enough to convince them. And Roth is pretty good at convincing people, also.
Are you also like a map maker then as well?
Yep, I am.
Really?
I haven't figured out how to make very many, very consistent maps, but I did enjoy it when I did it back in the mainland.
Right on. I have a lot of confidence. Thank you.
But if I could get a specific heading or location that we would like to go by the end of the day, that'd be nice.
We'll definitely get it to you by the end of the day.
All right.
There's a specific heading? I thought we were just going to the center.
The center is still a big section.
Oh, okay.
It's quite the size.
It's actually the biggest.
I like to play that.
Your ship. Mind if I the name of the ship?
Oh, of course. It's the Spirit's Wind. It's Spirit's Breath.
Here's my letter.
Spirit's Breath.
I'm just
And
just peeking over your shoulder, kind of.
have you? This is more of a. Have you ever ran into the? Is it Red Fang?
Red Fangs are like all of the pirates that are set in the Valley.
Yeah. Have you run into Red Fang pirates before?
Plenty of times.
Plenty of times. Have you run
Very
into
could be.
an
Some sort of
Azamar
evil
captain?
Actually, I believe so. Yes, once upon a time.
Who was that?
He was a problem. He sank my third ship.
I know that one too well.
Okay. This is my fourth one, so
I'll leave it to you for now.
hopefully you don't have any more. Hopefully I don't come across him again.
I hope so as well.
I still have your mithril.
I hope so as well. When was this encounter you've had
You can
with
keep
this
that.
as a monk?
This was about a year ago now or so.
A year ago. Where was it? Was it near here or?
No, it was a ways off. I was off in a voyage in Oceania. I heard that there was a old temple discovered in one of the volcanoes, and I wanted to check it out. It's just me and a small crew, but most of us can make it out.
Thank you. I had an encounter with this one as well, and I plan to get a look back at them.
I would appreciate it if you keep this between us. This idea.
Thank you again, Captain Silk. We'll let you know our heading as soon as we figure out our heading.
And I'll gather willing men.
All right, and I am well versed on the ship. If you need help, put me to work.
All right, will do. All right, what are y'all plotting?
I just have no idea what happened this side.
So we're keeping this secret the whole time, kind of thing.
Yeah. But we think that the map might be on the piece of paper.
The letter.
On the leather. And Duger is just going to walk over to Galti and he's going to go, I'm sorry, Galti, but I need this really quick. He's going to stick his arm all the way to Galti and pull out his power core.
Oh.
And he's going to he's going to put it in a piece of paper and he's going to pump the whole spell slot into the paper.
All right, you're just pumping magic power into it, and the paper starts glowing brightly, but like you don't see anything happening for a little bit. You keep pumping in the power as the spell slot goes, and the power core gets hotter and hotter in your hand until it's close to burning it. And
Do I see anything while this happens, or just the same thing?
you see the same thing, but as you're pumping in the magic power, like you start it starts getting hot, then your hand starts to burn, and then suddenly you see a little flicker of something on there, and then the power goes out and everything vanishes.
Even the map? The letter?
No, the map is still there. I mean, the letter's still there.
But the power core disappeared.
The power core still is his hand, but like the light that you saw.
Oh, okay.
It's like
I was like, oh freak, what do we do with it? I pick up the letter then and just kind of close it and put it away.
And I'm going to pull
y'all
out...
are close. Don't put it away.
Yeah. I'm going to pull out another power core and I'm going to go, thank you, Galti, and I'm going to put it back in him and so it'll turn back on. I used the whole spell slot for that.
Wait, is there, if you need energy, like, look around us. Look at all these ships and stuff, like.
Is it true? Is there any sort of like magic power on
Oh
the ship?
yes, there's plenty of ships that use magical power sources to do it. Not all of them, but many of them.
Captain Sylph, is there a magical power source on this ship?
Yeah, we've actually got the remains of a shattered dragon egg. We use as
Can you
a
take it to me really
magical
quick?
source. Yeah.
I just follow along.
I figure that you know. You seem like you know what you're doing on a engine room, so for sure.
Alright. I'm going to
Don't
say...
forget that this magical power source is also what's keeping this thing from falling into the sea below.
Okay, I'm not going to push it. Duger would know when like it would be too far.
Yes.
And he will push it not to its limit, but like 10% before, just to give himself some breathing room.
Just some
Can you give him a mithril, please?
Oh, okay.
He's going to do that really quick, and he's going to pound it out really quick into like this kind of long strand, and he's going to attach one end to the power source, he's going to attach one end to the piece of paper, and just like try and like, is the engine room kind of darker?
No, it's plenty. It's brightly illuminated by the glowing eggshells.
Okay, makes sense.
So you just light up the conjure bonfire, just hammer out the mithril cord, hook it up, and the paper starts glowing brightly.
Is there anything is it casting shadows or is it casting any sort of design or anything like that?
Nope.
How does the core, the shells look? Are they?
It's not adding much strain to just channel a little bit of magic power into this paper.
I'm going to cast. I don't want to use another spell slot. I'm trying to figure this out. I might just be dumb. I'm gonna cast detect magic on it and try and see like what is making this magic happen.
There is definitely magic. What school of magic is
They
that?
haven't alerted me to this, right? And I haven't noticed because I feel like I'd be obsessed with the ship and kind of helping or trying to
Oh
like
yeah,
charge.
you're helping out with the
Okay,
ship, but
yeah.
you could be with them if you wanted because they're on the ship in the engine room.
I tried to keep a secret.
Yeah, I kind of
I just walked away with the captain.
I'm kind of like trying to chart, trying to find where would be the best possibility. So I'm not gonna botch that.
So you're poking around with the map. You're poking around with the map. You channel it. You cast detect magic, and you're looking at it, and it appears to
It's not you, it's just
be transfiguration magic.
Transfiguration.
But it's okay because we will fix it eventually.
I can try to figure it out.
I don't care.
I did a full character arc for you in one session.
You just keep up. You're looking over at all this stuff, and you just looking at it, and just like absently rubbing your slightly burnt hand.
Galti, would you know what any of this is? Like, I don't know.
Because no one's holding the scroll right now, right? Or the letter.
It's just sitting on the floor, like, hooked up to it. Galti goes over, sniffs it. There's like exhales, and like steam comes out, and just like suddenly you see a flicker on it, and then fades again.
I'm going to go over and I'm going to just put my hand on it, like a finger, like a finger, just to see what happens. Just a finger. Nothing happens.
Wait, now that there's enough power, do you need to use your magic or something? I don't know how magic works.
I'm going to keep my finger on it and just put a little bit of my magic into it now.
No change.
No change.
Your magic is very insignificant compared to the amount from this storm and dragon egg.
I figured. Galti, come here really quick. I'm going to just like have Galti lay down and put his like snout on the ground. I'm going to just put the piece of paper like on his snout, like a table almost.
All right, you put it on his snout, just like nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
I walk over and pick it up. I'm like, what's wrong with this thing? And start fiddling with it.
All right, you fiddle with it.
Just looking at it.
I wish I was you because I have an idea.
This is y'all are making this way more complicated than it was supposed to be.
Let's see, you were dumb.
I've given you so many hints.
I think we went
Are we just dumb?
We're just dumb, dude. Maybe
That's not what I want.
the monkey could do something. Your monkey, not your monkey.
I'm gonna unhook it from the power cord.
Alright.
guys.
And I'm going to put this miserable
Yeah,
wire
easy,
now that I
doesn't
have
have a
in
monkey.
my bag. In my bag the whole
I know, I love monkeys.
I'm going to just pull this piece of paper. It's transfiguration magic.
You have all the tools you need to solve this. Like it would take so little.
I have used 2 spell slots.
You didn't need to use either.
I'm just looking at this sucker and just like, there's something here. Come on.
What are the chances that I make my way towards the power
That's a
station?
wonderful question. Roll the dice.
I rolled an 11. That's what I was rolling earlier for.
Not good enough. You see them in the engine room going around with a piece of paper.
I mean, secret can never.
Hey, what are you doing in the engine room, guys?
Oh,
I was
Nothing.
checking out the power cord.
we're just looking at the power cord. It's really bright.
Yeah.
Insight check that crap. No, I'll take it. 19 plus.
Roll a deception check.
Tiny dice, don't deceive me
Wait,
now.
I don't need to roll.
21.
Not
Oh, I-
20.
Whoa!
15 minus 1 is 14.
Minus 1, so not
So
20 minus 1.
I got a 21, and that's a 19 plus 2.
He appears to be telling perfectly the truth. This one is lying through his teeth. No. But he hasn't said anything. But like he looks very very uncomfortable.
He's just sweating.
My hand is like behind my back.
His hand is behind his back, and he looks exceedingly confused because you suddenly believe him that he's like, wait, we're doing nothing.
I'm just
No. Actually, what happens? You're like, oh, we're doing nothing. I guess I can tell him. Because you tell such a good lie that you believe him. Nah, but you do realize that Duger is definitely hiding crap.
Duger,
Yes.
look at me in the eyes.
Duger, don't do it.
You're hiding something then.
No, I'm
Well,
not.
I shall not do it then.
Well, I just want.
I was getting ready to steal something. You're telling me no.
Duger, don't steal power cord. What's behind your back?
Nothing.
I'm
There's
just
nothing behind my back.
I'm gonna try to have Finn stealthily go around.
We'll stealth check for your monkey.
What are his stats? I
Which
feel
one?
like, I
No,
feel like
no.
for Finn, he would have high stuff like dexterity because he likes to steal.
Can I roll to see if I send that monkey, please?
You want him?
I don't want this monkey.
Alright, you roll a perception check. The stealth check. Alright, so monkeys have proficiency in stealth apparently. So he gets a +6 to stealth.
I'm just doing
Perception, yeah.
Yeah, so I got 12.
11.
You notice the monkey sneaking in and looking at like you see the monkey just like
I just
quietly climbing
he's
through.
just
I just pull out my sword really slowly and just kind of hold it by my side.
He's like,
Alright, the monkey does not notice this and continues, and he like goes over and like sneaks up behind you
Why
and
are
then
you
just
pulling
snatches at that at the note.
And I'm just going to go, hey, what are
Oh.
you doing?
And then
Hold
you
it
get
way out.
you know, the monkey's just up there.
I wish I had mage hand right now. What is that?
I jump at it. No!
Monkey's just like screeching violently, trying to rip it out of your hands.
Why am I having a string contest with a monkey?
Finn, let it go.
Finn, let's go.
He just kind of runs back to my shoulders.
Put my sword away.
Why? What are you doing in the engine room with paper? With your letter?
I'm really good at stealing, but I'm really bad at lying. We were trying to find if there was a map on the piece of paper. We don't know, but we got this letter forever ago, and we haven't really done anything with it, but we think it's still important because we were told it might be important, and I'm sorry.
Just look at it. Just God.
You get one inspiration for excellent roleplay.
I just pick up my map, defeat it. I'm just like, gosh dang it. Maybe you, of all people, could help me out. Oh,
Them some fighting words.
Finn crawls up on his shoulder and then throws something brown and hard at you.
Finn would do that. Finn is extremely defensive.
I'm like, we believe this letter, and I open it, and it's just that sword with the signature, could be the map to the sword.
May I take a look at it?
Don't break it, or steal it,
You won't
or
be
let
able
your
to.
monkey touch it.
I promise.
Don't let your monkey.
I promise.
There
The
you
two,
go.
Try.
I'm just like, I promise the three of those things.
You better not fuck the monkey.
Finn throws another piece of poop at the map.
I like no.
Leaves a little brown stain.
Just gonna try to look at it.
Just kind of pointing at the monkey.
I would like to make an Arcana check on it
Okay.
because wizard. 16 plus 6.
Alright, as you're looking at it, like, you're able to tell that that it's enchanted. It appears that that magic has recently been activated but for only a very, very brief moment.
Definitely seems to be magical. Did you?
Where does it say it's magic?
It's more of an intuition kind of thing.
I already knew this. I guess the thick magic on it. It was glowing.
I don't know magic. I got swords, dude.
I'm just
I have a
gonna
question.
Well,
Does normal
sit
paper
down
glow when you
and
attach
place
it
it in
to
front
a
of me and start
dormant
casting,
eggshell?
Well, there's
identify.
there's always something new for everything.
All right, he just so he said. So how are you going to do this with spell slot or ritual?
Ritual.
So this is going to take. Are you guys going to let him sit here for 30 minutes staring at this map?
Wait,
Wait,
what are you doing?
Give me a second. I'm just like pull out of my bag just like some chalk and candles and stuff and just
Whoa,
kind of.
whoa, wait. How long is this gonna take?
Might take a minute or longer. I think.
can I help to make it go faster?
No. Rituals are just set that amount of time.
What is he casting?
It's a minute.
Identify. It'll just straight up tell him what it is.
Identify. The casting time is a minute.
Oh, yeah, if you cast it with a spell slot, the ritual takes 30 minutes.
Really? 30 minutes? I thought it was like if you don't do it, then it's just extra 10 minutes.
Maybe it's 10 minutes, I don't know.
Then
I've always played it, it just takes a short rest.
That's so damn.
But I've
Yeah, it's
never
1 minute
actually-
plus 10 minutes
Okay.
if it's ritual. So yeah, it'll take like 10 minutes. Not long.
I'll be back.
I'm okay with this.
I walk away. It's Sylph is right next to us, right?
Sylph went away to go take care of it. She needs to go hire new crew members also, because that's just what happens.
And she just went off the boat.
Yep.
Don't steal anything.
It's like I'm not.
That's what I should be telling you, my friend. And I walk out the door.
It's gonna like full Doctor Strange around this thing.
Alright. 10 minutes later. So are you guys planning on coming back in 10 minutes, or?
I was
I'm
just sitting
staying
on
with
the
them.
boat. I was just sitting on the top.
Alright, cool.
of the
I'm just
boat,
going to kind of
looking-
work on Galti a little bit.
Alright, Eli, 10 minutes later, you find out that this thing has magical transforming ink on it. It's essentially just invisible ink that if you like show it with the correct stimulus, then it appears.
Such as heat or steam.
Heat.
I knew it! I knew it!
I'm not gonna lie, after I used that detect magic, I was like, it's transfiguration. It's probably heat.
Then why didn't you just cast it create bonfire?
I was going to try and kind of roleplay it a little bit, but then I wanted to include him. So
I was like, I knew it!
I would have taken it before you put it over any of your fire.
yeah, I was kind of worried about
The
that.
instant he cast create bonfire to make it hot enough to reveal the ink.
Just like,
Actually, that's why I said the pounding it out earlier. The ink did reveal itself when you did that, but you weren't looking at it at the time.
You're telling me.
That
All the
no spell
tools.
slots were required, just fire.
Gosh.
That's why I had Nathan roll when he held it earlier, because he just radiates heat.
he's a hot man.
Yeah, he is.
Just like, alright. After that, I'm gonna
Alright.
take it to one of my candles and just hold it over it.
You hold it over the candle, and dark ink and fiery runes appear on the top of the surface.
Ha! There are words.
As soon as you take it away from the heat, it starts disappearing.
Here, I'll make this easier for us.
Dude.
And I'm just going to like scrape my hands together and cast create bonfire and just kind of hold my hands below it.
Alright, bonfire is enormous, like, you don't have to hold it underneath it.
Okay.
But yeah, you create this fire and like you start holding it up, and so
Probably
as soon as you do this,
the power cord.
this is evaporator.
Okay. Eli, bad host. Bad host.
Forgive me.
Different marker.
I'm just kidding.
There you go.
Much better.
Also,
Please
I
don't do it,
am
please
keeping
don't.
this away from the probably super explosive energy cores. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, after figuring that out that it requires heat, I would have taken it to like the top tank.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good idea.
Oh.
He's drawing a map.
The music's perfect, you know.
We're discovering. I'm actually gonna change what
I think this is the point where I'll probably be able to metagame.
This is
But
the
I
point
won't.
where I need. This is the point where I start to need identify, detect magic, and comprehend languages. Just to have all the utility spells. Like, okay, let me just take those 30 minutes. Because then those spells will help us with a lot of things.
Nothing two swords can't figure out.
Two swords couldn't figure this out.
That's true.
Do I see
I'm
the black sword
extremely
like in the center or
intelligent.
something?
Let me correct that.
Where's the black
Luger
sword at?
is
No,
extremely
on the
intelligent.
paper.
That's the worst.
Oh,
is that
the
you're
black
Gavin
sword
is really dumb.
Seal?
not intelligence like her.
So the sword symbol is right there.
Okay. And
So, this is a very rough thing, but there's a lot more lines in it. And Eli, you recognize this as the general pattern a lot of maps of the Dragon Sea use, but a whole lot more detailed. With a lot more tiny lines on it.
Hey, look, there's the sword, guys. We know where to go now.
That's besides the point. Where did you get this map?
Remember how what was it? Was it Mr. T or B?
It's just like, and then there's a big old.
I was like, remember how
That's
you
terrible.
got
I need to make it fancy.
that letter from Mr. B? Well, I got this one from Mr. B, and then Jin told me about Mr. B, and then I also just was trying to connect things together.
This is one of the most detailed maps I've ever seen of the Dragon Sea. Like, I don't even... Most of this I understand, but there are other lines here that I've never seen before.
Really?
This is a great discovery that you have here just to lead to a sword. This is... I'm baffled at this
This must be
point.
a very important sword.
Yeah. I'm more interested in your sword now.
Well, it's still gonna be mine.
As you keep looking at it, you notice that some of the bigger lines around it also, some very large lines around the entire thing, are actually written in Draconic runes.
Ah, I knew it was iconic.
Oh, I can read that too.
I cannot. I took something
I
else.
say, look, I know what that says, and it says,
As you start reading it, you see that it actually describes. It says the vanishing vault only appears for 12 hours at a time when it enters the interaction zone of 2 circles. You have, and then there's a little time right there, and it's counting down. It says, how long did I say? I wrote this down.
12 hours? So you said the Vanishing Vault only appears when?
every 12 hours.
For 12 hours when it enters
Oh.
an interaction zone.
But how frequent does it enter the interaction zone?
Afterward, there's approximately a 6-month interval where it is not available. Next time that it appears is in roughly 1 day.
This is like the Winter Solstice episode. We gotta go now, guys.
Yeah, we just follow the map, right?
Well, I feel like, based on everything right now, we're probably further away.
You're right there.
Oh, okay, so that's like less than a day's travel?
It's so to get to here, it would take you about the full day.
Oh.
Going at very, very high speeds.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I knew it was gonna be one of those things.
Slap a turbo on that sucker.
It's like, okay. Well, good news and bad news.
Really?
Yes. Good news is that we'll be able to get the sword.
Yes.
Bad news is that it's only available for the next 24 hours. And it takes about 24 hours to get to where it's at. So we're on a time crunch.
And then you have 12 hours to get it out afterward.
Oh.
Alright, so 24 hours to get there, and then once the...
Oh, and right now, after being exposed to the heat for a little while, a few more little runes and common words appear there. Says, I'd recommend getting out before it vanishes. Humans don't last very long in non-existence.
Good thing I'm not human.
It's non-existent.
That's why you got 14 hours.
Dilger just looks up really happy.
It's like,
I'm better than
Well, then
you.
let's get going then. What's taking us so long?
I'm just gonna, try to get to Captain Sylph, and we have our heading.
Perfect.
Off we go!
Perfect.
From the adventure.
Roth is almost finished with the recruiting. We can leave tomorrow morning.
What? What?
We have to leave like now.
Yeah,
There's a
this is
time
one of...
limit.
I promise you that I'll give you like one of the biggest gold pieces personally if we leave now. Because we don't have it. We have... It's one of those things again. It's one of those 24 hours.
We got 24 hours before the gold vault opens. And then after that, we only got about 6 hours to get in and get out before the gold vault closes. So we have to leave right now.
Well, I hope Proth got enough people for us to crew the ship. I'll go talk with him.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
All right. Within an hour, Sylph, when Proth has comes back onto the ship. Now he is all decked out with a bunch of stuff. He appears to have gotten himself a better prosthetic.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you would have. Sorry, I forgot. You guys would have noticed. I have a metal prosthetic arm and prosthetic eye as well.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I told
Could
Hugh about that.
Duger determine like the quality of this?
It's just a monkey for the eyeball.
You're going to be interested in these prosthetics too because they're mechanical and nice looking.
Shiny.
Yeah, he's got himself a big a big metallic gold looking arm. It's not, it's clearly not actually gold, but it's gold color gleaming. And he's got himself an enormous greatsword on his back now. And he walks up with a motley looking crew. They look a little bit shifty, but they're the kind of people that you would expect to be willing to do dumb stuff in exchange for a whole lot of money.
I'm just gonna I want to make an insight check on the crew. I want to see if there's any backstabbing, any ill intent from the crew that he's bringing in.
Roll an insight check.
I'm going to.
14 plus 16.
16. It looks like these are absolutely the sorts of men that are capable of backstabbing, but they don't necessarily look more backstabbing than usual right now.
I'm just gonna keep an eye. I don't like history repeating itself.
Silver, on the other hand, seems to trust Froth's judgment, and she does not seem like the kind of person to backstab at all.
I'm going to walk over to Roth immediately and be like, "Hi." And Galti will be there with me and will be like, "As you can see, I like mechanical things. Can I look at your arm?"
He looks down at you.
Please?
He grunts. Make an insight check.
Insight.
In response to his attempt to intimidate you.
Natural 20.
What is your luck? What is everyone
Roll
getting?
off.
Roll up.
Rollies! Rollies!
11.
17.
Ah,
You are intimidated out of your mind.
I'm just going to say, never mind. Let's go, Galti.
Bruh, I've never had two nat 20s fight each other before.
That is the third nat 20 that I have rolled this session.
You have rolled an enormous number of nat 20s.
I've also rolled
Save
a
that
nat
back
1.
as lucky.
I rolled one as well.
You also rolled a nat 1, yes.
This is my
Anyway,
character.
I'm just going to turn around and I'm just going to be kind of looking at the
so
arm
he's
and
not
trying to copy it with
So
the
he's what,
mithril
right?
that I have and
Mm-hmm. Alright.
kind of staggering.
Yeah.
Prosthetic.
I also
Alright, so
or the ivy.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my character.
Okay.
Even though the camera's off right now.
alright, and I think that this would be a good stopping point for the day.
Oh, dang it, I wanted to stab something.
I don't have any spell slots. I have one. Actually,
I have the map.
That's incorrect. I have one.
Tuck it away.
Mm-hmm. Alright, well, we'll finish off. We'll end here. I'll plan, and we'll do the dungeon next time.
Yes, we're making progress.
Little by little.
Little by little.
Does anyone want to meet on Monday if no one's doing anything?
I'd be down.
I'll be done.
I could do that.
More likely in the evening, late, afternoon or evening, after work.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode, our very first episode of Dungeons and Dingnuts. We're grateful for you listening. If you listen to the whole thing, I know it's a shorter episode of D&D. You probably have listened to other podcasts such as Critical Role or Dimension 20, or other podcasts out there. But this is just one of the first sessions. Not all of our party members were there, and so we will see you next time on Dungeons and Dingnuts. Everyone have a great week, and we'll see you next time.